am I gonna start today's video? How are we gonna start? I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's safe and healthy. I know we have this crazy pandemic going on, so everybody please take care, stay home. This quarantine, I know it sucks, but I'm hoping that this will pass through soon, and again, everybody is healthy and safe. Now, before we start today's video, I just wanna make a humongous announcement. I've always had this as a goal of mine. It has been a small milestone, at least a part of my list, and I've always hoped to reach this one day, but I never figured it would be reality, I guess. And with the motivation on YouTube and everything that you guys share and comment, and just sometimes with the DMs on Instagram, you guys are telling me that I inspire. It's a surreal feeling, and it's not. How do I want to say this? It's non-believable to myself, I guess. Sometimes I don't know how to word it, but so I guess surreal would just be the term. I just don't believe it. I made this content as a main thing for myself, as memories to look back at for whenever my time comes, and you know, my children, or you know, anybody in the future can always look back and see this content. And so to think that there's actually community behind it all, and people who actually are enjoying the content, that are actually I'm actually helping and inspiring, it means a lot. It's a huge weight to me, and man, I don't know how to say this. I'm very grateful, super grateful, because the community that is here on this channel, that is there on Instagram, everywhere, to show the love and support that you guys do, it makes an impact in my life that you guys have no idea has changed just me as a person and becoming a better version of myself. So I want to thank you guys for that. We hit 10K. I never thought this would be reality, but we hit it. So thank you guys so much for the love, I swear. All right, before we go into crazy emotions here because of 10K, let's go and talk about why we're here in the garage with no SI. Again, literally, the second, third, I don't even know how many times. So if you follow me on Instagram, I know there's a different, like, some people who follow me on YouTube follow me only on YouTube and don't follow my Instagram. Some people who follow me on Instagram only follow my Instagram and don't follow me on YouTube. So I know I gotta niche for both social media platforms and explain everything that goes on. The most up-to-date platform would be my Instagram, so if you don't follow me already, check me out at PhongVLG on Instagram if you want to be the most up-to-date of content of what's going on with the build, what's going on with myself and my life, and yeah, just whatever future projects are to come, they'll probably hit Instagram first before they hit YouTube. But since you guys are on YouTube, you guys are kind of getting this information late. If you follow my Instagram, you already know this. But yes, we are in the garage once again with no SI. The main factor of that, well, is we blew third gear again. So you guys can see, damaged once again, removed it, and we saw third went down. So it's not all that surprising, because see, in this 10th gen community, third and fourth are one of the main ones to go, mainly because of the oil gutters. I guess the way that Honda designed the oil gutters is that they can end up getting clogged, so like oil won't surpass and it will end up starving third/fourth gear. And so over time, obviously, while it's starving, you'll end up snapping it like I did in this video. So we're back in the shop again because of my transmission. So we've gone through two transmissions, and we're on our third one. We've blown the engine, we've blown one transmission, we've blown a second transmission, and now we're on to the third. And so this car has definitely been a journey. This car has definitely been an experience, but you know what? I don't regret it all. You live and you learn. Everything's an experience, and truthfully, I believe everything happens for a reason. And this is awesome, because when we built it the second time, or rebuilt it, I guess, we just did it with OEM specs, because nothing gear-wise was out for this 10th gen platform. You didn't have anything out, and so we didn't have the, what's the term I'm looking for? We didn't have the resources to build the transmission, to make it stronger, to handle the power of the SI that I have right now, or for any future terms or anything like that. We built the engine and the platform, the parts were there, and so we were able to do that. So obviously the engine's able to uphold more power. You know, it's a fully built block. We sleeved it, we put in forged pistons, forged rods, I mean, you know, the head studs, everything. But for the transmission, we just brought it back to stock. And so that didn't last very long. I think we did that a few months ago. And yeah, it's busted. But just to clarify too, when I blew third, I guess I had a few teeth that I broke, and I knew it because I was driving, and because I know there's gonna be some of these questions here. Here's a clip of the indication of how I knew something was wrong with the transmission. And so as you guys can see, the moment I got into third, it started making this like rattling noise, and that's obviously because of the fact that I was missing some teeth. And then the moment I let go, you would hear that, you know, let off the gas, you would hear that whine. So it was a huge indication that I blew third. And for the longest time, this probably happened about, I want to say February, or in April now. Yeah, so February. This happened in February, and I drove from first, second to fourth for about a month and a half maybe, because I don't know, I was like, oh, I'll just sit on it right now, and we'll wait to take it to the shop, and I don't know, I procrastinated on it. So I drove first, second, fourth. I just kind of ignored the reason. I did change my transmission fluid to see like if there was any particles, which surprisingly I didn't, and I would assume that maybe there's the magnet in there that just kind of collected it all. But obviously now opening up Pandora's box, we saw that, hey, third gear went again. So that one's trashed. So that happened. Now, instead of rebuilding it again to OEM spec just for the same thing to happen, I actually got connected with E-Man, aka K20Z3 All Motor. You guys may know him on Instagram. He's actually known in the 10th gen community for quite a lot of things, but also mainly the Type R retrofit clutch. So I got connected with him, and I talked to him, and I said, hey man, listen, we need to figure out what we can do to make sure my transmission has a longevity just like my engine. And thankfully, he has the resources for better gears for me. So, aside from just doing, because I'm gonna give you guys a whole breakdown of everything I'm doing for the transmission, aside from just repairing the transmission, we're gonna make it stronger. This time, able to handle. And I think the least thing that I'll have to worry about after that is just axles, so we'll find out. But thankfully that I got connected with him. Aside, you know, thanks to also my friend Franco at L15B7 All Turbo. You know, we all talked, we had a conversation, and we're getting it done. It's been in the shop for the past 2 weeks now, and the reason it's been in the shop for 2 weeks, it was actually supposed to be a week turnaround, but the reason it's in the shop for now 2 weeks longer, or yeah, because I'm supposed to get the car hopefully this week, depending, is because of this whole pandemic, this COVID-19. The company that has the gear set, I guess they thought it was in stock, and they weren't, and some of the companies that I need the other gear sets from, they weren't, like, I guess, working at the moment. I don't know, it's a whole cluster situation. I'm like the middleman of it right now. I'm just hearing communication from E-Man, but it's supposed to be 2 weeks out that we're supposed to get the gears. I guess they thought it was in stock, it's not in stock, so it's gonna be a longer turnaround, and then on top of that, I'm hoping to get this other set. I know it's really confusing, but everything's coming together. So basically, what we're doing is a little bit of modification. It's a little bit on the cheaper end side because of the fact that the go-to would be PPG, but PPG has it's a hefty price just for the gears themselves. So I told myself, can't go that route. That's a little too expensive for my taste. So I went another route, which is actually the same route that E-Man is currently having on his 10th Gen Civic Si, which is straight cut first and second, which actually, you know, helps with dig races and stuff, and with the straight cuts, if you guys hear, it has that beautiful whine. But with the straight cuts, it's actually going to be, you know, stronger, more reliable too in the lower end gears. Usually your lower end gears are the weaker ones, and then as you get to the higher end ones, they don't take as much load. But we're going to change first and second. They're going to be straight cut, and then we're going to go with HPD fourth. It's going to help reinforce third, and with HPD, I'm hoping that we get them back on time, but we're gonna have to see with this whole thing, because with this whole pandemic, it's kind of like really screwing things up. It's unfortunate, but I'm hoping 2 weeks. This week we get the car back. We'll see. I'll keep you guys updated along the line. Again, Instagram is where you're gonna be the most updated. The next thing we're gonna do, aside from those gear sets, is we're gonna open up the oil gutters. So one of the main things that you can do to help your third and fourth gear from starving and doing all this stuff is opening the oil gutters, drilling the holes bigger, so that way they don't clog up and they're able to seep the oil through just fine. So that's actually one of the big counters if you ever have this issue, or you ever encounter this issue, is you're gonna have to open up your transmission. It's gonna cost money, but if you can open up those oil gutters, you're actually gonna be saving yourself from starving that gear and breaking it like I have twice. But now, aside from that, so we're gonna be doing that, we're gonna be doing the gears, and we're gonna change out the final drive. I guess the 2020 final drive is shorter. So what that means is my gears will be shorter, and running, I think, a 4.3 something, I'll post it right here. We're gonna be running that ratio compared to stock ratio, which is like 4.1 something here. And so this is the comparison. And so that means we're gonna go with shorter gears. So my top speed is gonna be shorter, and honestly, I don't really care for that, because I really don't remember what my top speed was. Like, I never even hit my top speed. I think the fastest I've hit in the SI is like 160, and like it kept going, but like I let off because that's a little scary, at least for me. But 160. So let's say like my top speed is like 165, I don't know, and I changed my ratio, it basically will drop down, I don't know, 5 horsepower, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, but that really doesn't matter, because I don't really have the means to ever hit top speed. But because I'm going shorter gears, it's gonna help with my acceleration, basically more wheel torque, and that's just the changing factors. So it's gonna be kind of nice. It's gonna be different to drive this SI because we're changing out that final drive, that ratio, and I'm ready to experience that difference once this is all done. But as a cherry on top to really change out this whole experience is so my Clutchmasters FX350 finally decided to slip. It's been 2 years with the clutch, and it finally slipped. So what we're doing now is, thanks to E-Man, we're also getting his Type R retrofit clutch with the combination of the Type R flywheel. So we're gonna be adding a new clutch, excuse me. We're gonna be adding a new clutch, a new flywheel, and on top of that, modifying the Clutchmaster cylinder. With that, it helps with the disengagement from the clutch to the flywheel, so I'll be able to shift faster. And currently, I do have my clutch delay valve deleted, so the engagement is already faster. Now, keep in mind, because I deleted the clutch delay valve, that's also because clutch delay valve prevents shock to the transmission, and since I deleted it, that's also maybe another reason why my transmission went, because I'm just smacking those two together and it's creating shock to the transmission. So there's another factor. But with this transmission, we should be good. I don't know, I'm still debating if I want to re-add my clutch delay valve at least, but the disengagement for the modified Clutchmaster cylinder will be a better mishap, and it's not as rough. On top of that, since we're changing to the Type R retrofit clutch, it's a very smooth clutch. It doesn't have much clutch chatter, and it's supposed to be a much more, what's the term I'm looking for? A not so aggressive clutch like the FX350. It won't like be so damaging, I guess. I don't know. But we're changing the clutch, we're changing the final drive, we're changing the gears, we're opening up the oil gutters. I'm missing something else. I feel like I'm missing something else. I can't think of it right now, but I think that is the breakdown of everything we're doing. And so getting this car back, it definitely is gonna be a change. It's gonna be reinforced, and on top of that, we're gonna be on the road much longer. And hopefully after this, we are not visiting the shop, because axles are much easier to repair and cheaper, I believe. So if that goes, it's not that bad, but transmissions and engines, man, it's been costing some money. And I don't do YouTube full time, so guys, hit the subscribe button, help me out, all right? Like the video, comment. Your guys' comments means a lot, but it just helps traffic. So thank you guys. But yes, so we're coming back stronger as usual, and I think we are doing a few other things that I don't kind of want to reveal yet, but it's not transmission wise, it's more cosmetically wise, aesthetically wise. I don't know what to explain for this mod, because it's a little different, and you guys will see it in a future video, but I just don't want to reveal that now. But that's what's going on currently with the SI. That's why this garage is empty once again, and we have no SI. So currently I'm just taking a daily and heading to work. I do have a 5 to 1, 9 to 5, that's the term, but yeah. 9 to 5, and you know, that's where I make most of my income, guys. YouTube is just my platform that I'm still trying to grow, that I'm still trying to strive for, and since you guys are here always motivating me, and not only for me to inspire you, but you guys are inspiring me, it's, you know, it's a journey and a passion, and I hope that we launch, you know. 10K is already a crazy milestone. I can't believe we hit it. So I believe next goal is, well, 50K, but next goal is 100K, and I believe we'll reach there. Aside from that, guys, we should be getting the SI back here soon, and we'll be making another content or video about it. But I know some people are gonna be like, why didn't you get a Type R, or, you know, the amount of money that I spent. And the thing is, guys, this car is the most slept on car. It is the underdog. It is a 1.5 liter. You look at a Type R, you already know it's kind of fast, you know? And for me, I like this SI because I've been on the road plenty of times where people have slept on me, especially with my aesthetics, you know? It's like, it's to each their own, you know? A lot of people like my aesthetics, a lot of people don't like my aesthetics. And a lot of these cars, they see it, they see the aesthetics, and they just kind of laugh, and they don't really think much of it. Until we hit the 1, 2, 3, go, it's a whole different story. Then they're a little bit like, oh snap, maybe this guy does have something. So the reason I stick with this SI is, one, it's a project. I mean, everybody has their projects, and I've never really been a Honda guy myself. If you guys watch my previous videos, I've owned 2 Lexuses before I even owned this SI, so I've never really been a Honda boy or a Honda guy, whatever. I was actually one of those ignorant people that always thought every single Honda was slow, and now I own one. But now that I realize the potential of these cars, and even the previous models too, the EKs, even 8th gens, just the K series in general, just knowing the potential of Hondas and actually having the knowledge and being not being as closed-minded, I realized these cars are amazing. These cars have potential, and I'm not gonna lie, out of all the cars I've ever had, the SI has been the most fun and has the most power of every car I've ever had, which is my IS300, which was a 2004 IS300. You guys already know, 2JZ GE, not GT, but hey. And then my 2014 IS350 F Sport. You guys can see that in some previous videos as well. And that thing was at like 305, allowed to the crank or whatever. But I think, you know, out of everything, this SI has taught me a lot, has showed me how much stronger I am as a person. And you know, as you guys already know, with the keep grinding, stay humble motto, I don't know why I stutter my words here, but you know, the reason I say these things is to remind mainly myself. You know, as we get bigger, I don't want to forget who I am, and I hope we grow, you know. But this SI has really taught me that I have gone through many hardships with the car. We have blown an engine, we have blown 2 transes now, and with every fall that this car has given me, we've still gotten back up. And I'll be honest, my past me would have been like, dude, give up already. But I'm amazed that I haven't. And I guess this goes to show how much more stronger, how much more stronger of a person you can become when you fight through. There are many times that I felt like I wanted to give up. There are many times where I felt like, you know what, maybe I should just stop this, but I didn't. And you know, although we're in the shop right now, we're gonna come back and we're gonna be even stronger, and guess what? I'm still gonna fall in love with the car all over again. So guys, I guess what I'm just trying to say here is, if you have a goal, if you have something in mind and you feel like you've never had the opportunity to even really reach that, or it just seems far in reach, guys, not too long ago, I was at 200 subscribers. And then we moved on to 1,000 and so on and so forth. And now we're here at 10,000 subscribers. And like I said, to some people it may not seem like a lot, but to me, to see that 10,000 people are watching the channel that are motivated or inspired because of something that I just wanted to build because I wanted memories or just to do it for fun, and to see that it can make some life-changing moments, it's actually a surreal feeling, and it really shows that, guys, you can go out there and do the same thing. You just got to believe in yourself. It's all about the perspective. It's all about the mindset. It's all about being positive, and that's the truth. Mainly in my life, on YouTube, through the face here, you guys see me as super positive, but of course I have my negatives. Of course I have my downs. But I always try to keep a smile on my face and strive through it, because you know what? The moment that we are in now is not the moment that is forever. So enjoy what you have now, and if you're in a moment or in a rug right now, guess what? Don't worry, the wave keeps moving on. So this video has been just me in the garage talking. I apologize, guys, but I want to keep you guys up to date of what's going on with the SI and where we're at right now. And yeah, that's really mainly it. So we will be coming back. Hopefully in the next video I'll be able to have the SI back in here. We'll be able to make more content with it and give you guys more in-depth of how the transmission is, to give you guys my review on the Type R retrofit clutch, and I'll make a separate review on the Clutchmasters FX350 too, because I know there's going to be some questions about that, so don't worry about that. But other than that, guys, I just want to say again, thank you so much for the support. Thank you for 10,000 subscribers. Never in my life did I actually think we would strive to that. And yeah, just keep grinding and stay humble, family. All right, we will be back here with the SI. You guys stay safe with this whole pandemic, and yeah, that, guys. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys next week.